Hello friends, good morning. Hope you're all doing good. So today I want to do something different. Okay, I want you to do this exam together with me. So what I would want to do, what I plan to do is I will use this free website mainraboways.eu. So you can practice a lot of questions on this. It's an amazing website. Uh, yeah, you can practice exams as well as questions on specific topic. So I will use this website and we will practice an exam. So what I will do is I will go to each question and then translate the question and translate the answers for you, and then I will pause for a second or 2 seconds when you and then you can mark your answers. And after that, I will mark my answers and then I will give an explanation as to why I have chosen that answer. It could be that my answer differs from what you have selected, but don't worry, I might also get it wrong sometimes. So just continue marking all your responses, and after 50 questions, we will see where we stand, if we passed the exam or if we didn't. And you can also check what mistakes you made or where you did very good. So, and then after the exams, you can share your results if you want in the comments. And then you can also share something on the questions where you had problems, where you thought something different. We will see. We will see how many people will respond there, and we will kind of make this a very nice learning experience. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's get started. But I will pause here for about 2 to 3 seconds. You can go pick up a pen and paper, or you can use Notepad on your PC or any app on your mobile device. Okay. All right, so let's get started with the exam. To start an exam, I go to this website, mainraboways.eu, and proof examine, and then I go to Raboways B. That's where we have to be. And then there are different exams for Flams, Waltz, and Brussels. Today I'll do Flams, maybe tomorrow, maybe next time Waltz and Brussels. I will start the exam without time limitation, so we get some time to discuss the options. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so here comes the first question. I will translate the question and options and give a pause of about 1 or 2 seconds. The filters in the motor, the filters in the engine under the bonnet are dirty. So the fuel consumption, option A is decreases, option B is remains the same, option C is increases. So the right answer is the fuel consumption increases, because if the conditions are not good, then it's always the fuel consumption gets affected. So you have to keep it clean and lubricated, etc. Okay. Next question. Are you allowed to ride on a motorway with a temporary license? Option A is yes, option B is no. The answer is yes. With a temporary license, you're allowed to ride on a motorway. There are some restrictions where you cannot drive during the night, on the weekend, and during holidays, and you cannot drive outside Belgium. But on a motorway, you can certainly drive with your temporary license. Who must give priority? The question is, who must give priority? Option A is the blue car, option B is the red car. The right answer is the blue car, because the blue car has to give priority because he has sharp teeth, so he has to give priority to the traffic coming from the other roads, okay, on the priority roads. What does this board mean? Option A is you have priority at the next cross point. Option B is you have no priority at the next cross point. Option C is you have priority on this road. The right answer is you have priority at the next cross point. So this board indicates it's a warning triangle, and the thick line indicates that you have one thick line and two thin lines, or one thin line indicates you have priority at the next cross point, not on the entire road. So the option C is wrong, and option B is also not correct because it indicates you have priority with this thick line. The warning triangles are placed always. Option A is at the place where there is danger. Option B is at 50 meters before a danger point. Option C is at 150 meters before a danger point. The answer is at 150 meters before a danger point. So always remember this. When you see a danger triangle or a warning triangle, then the actual thing, like here it says red, there are traffic lights and children crossing, so it will be at 150 meters from here. Okay. When you are overtaking a bicycle within a built-up area, you must keep a distance of 1 meters you must maintain a lateral distance of 1 meters. B is 1.5 meters. C is 2 meters. The answer is 1 meters within a built-up area, and outside a built-up area it has to be 1.5 meters. So the way you can remember this is within a built-up area you ride relatively slow, so it's sufficient to have that 1 meter, but outside built-up area you are probably riding at 70 or even 90, so it's always you have to maintain more lateral distance. From what alcohol level are bicycle riders punishable? From what alcohol level are bicycle riders punishable? 0.2% or 0.09 milligram per liter, 0.5% or 0.22 milligram per liter, and 0.8% or 0.35 milligram per liter. I think I'm not very sure of this answer, but I think it should be 0.22 milligram per liter. Which answer is correct? All vehicles, option A is all vehicles bigger than 5 meters or higher than 5 meters are prohibited. Option B is all vehicles which weigh more than 5 tons are prohibited. Option C is all vehicles must ride at a maximum speed of 5 kilometers per hour. So the answer is C, so this prohibition board, it's a prohibition board, round board. When you see round traffic sign, it's a prohibition sign, and it's 5 is written here, which means it's a limit of 5 kilometers per second on this road. Okay. What is mandatory in every car? Option A is a hands-free kit to make a call, for example, a start cable when the car breaks down, a dangerous triangle, a warning triangle. The right answer is a warning triangle. There are some other mandatory things, like, for example, the fire extinguisher, the first aid kit, a warning triangle, and a flu vest. So a warning triangle is one of those. What will you do if you park on an elevation, on up on a down road, and not a down road, on an elevating road? Your options are turn the wheels towards the board stain. Board stain is the curbstone that you see here. So it's option A says turn the wheel towards the board stain. Option B is turn the wheel away from the board stain. So turn the wheel like this. Option C is park it close to another vehicle. And option D is park on this curbstone. So the right answer is when there is uphill, you have to put the wheels in the opposite direction, because in an uphill, the vehicle will try to roll back. In a downhill, the vehicle will try to roll front, and in the uphill will be back. So when you turn the wheels opposite to the board stain, the vehicle will not be able to roll down. Okay, so you have to turn the wheel in the opposite direction from the curbstone. You hear the warning or the bells. You hear the bells, but the gate at the level crossing is still not going down. Okay, the gate is still not gone down. Are you allowed to ride further? Option A is yes, option B is no. The right answer is no. When you hear the bells or when you see the lights, moonlights, you should stop. You should not cross the level crossing. That's an offense. The vehicle, is the vehicle here allowed to wait to adjust his navigation? Option A is yes, option B is no. The right answer is no, because you see this board here which indicates no parking and no waiting. So 2 lines is no parking and no waiting. If it's only 1 line, it's no parking. And the no parking and no waiting starts from here. So he cannot wait here or just stop here to adjust his navigation. That's not allowed. Is the car before you allowed to sort itself on this lane to turn right? Option A is yes, option B is no. The right answer is no. The car cannot sort itself on this lane, because in that case it will have to ride on this lane, and riding on a feet's lane, that's prohibited. So if the car has to turn right, it can immediately turn right, but it cannot actually sort on this lane, ride a little further and then turn right. That's prohibited. So the option is no. Answer is no. The lane on the right of this continuous white line is what? A level a level verge, a parking place, a parking lane, a breakdown lane. I think it's a level verge. It's not a parking lane. It's not indicated here that you can park here, and it's an expressway. It could be a breakdown lane, but I think a breakdown lane is on a motorway, so this is a level verge, I think. But it could also be a breakdown lane, just like a motorway. We will see at the end if the answer is wrong, then we will discuss that further. Okay, let's continue. When will you change? Uh, what's the best time to change the gears to a higher RPM in a diesel motor? So in a diesel motor, I think it's 2000 RPM, revolutions per minute. That's when you should change the gear. In the petrol, I think it's 2500 RPM. So let's go with 2000 and we will check. Uh, is it allowed to use a smartphone as a GPS? Option A is no. Option B is yes. As long as you're not holding the GPS in the hand and writing. Option C is yes. As long as all the incoming calls are blocked. This is a very tricky question. For me, I think so you can use it as a GPS as long as you're not holding it in your hand. I have not seen anywhere that you have to block the incoming calls. So my choice will be option B. Let's read this question before we watch this video. The road is closed. Yeah. Are you allowed to overtake the traffic to turn left at the cross point? That's the question. So let's see. Let's watch. The options are yes and no. So I think for me, I did not see any reason why I cannot overtake there. There were also broken lines, not solid lines, so I would go with yes. Should the yellow car give priority to the white car that is coming from this mud road? Option A is yes, option B is no. The answer is no. So any vehicle coming from mud road or parking does not get priority. So the yellow car doesn't have to give priority to the white car. It says, is overtaking from right allowed at this traffic sign? Option A is yes, always. Option B is yes if the car in front of you is turning left. Option C is no. So the answer should be B. Yes, you can overtake from right if the car is turning left. So this traffic sign, you have to remember a very definition of this. It says prohibited to overtake from left, and you cannot overtake any vehicle with more than two wheels or a carriage, or horse carriage, or something like that. Okay, so overtaking from left is prohibited, but you can overtake from right if the vehicle in front of you is turning left. The rear mist light can be switched on, the rear mist light must be switched on if the visibility is less than how many meters? 50, 100, 200. I think for the rear mist lights is 100 meters visibility. When it is less than that, you should switch on the rear mist lights. And front mist lights are optional, so if you want, you can switch them on or not. Are you allowed to turn right? Yes. Sorry. Are you allowed to turn left? Option A is yes. Option B is no. So the right answer is no, because the turning left is prohibited, as you can see in this traffic light. You can go straight or right, but left is not allowed yet. When should you move your vehicle from one side of the road to the other side of the road? Option A is on the 15th day of the month from 7:30 to 8. Option B is on the 16th day of the month from 7:30 to 8 p.m. Option C is on the 16th day of the month before 8 in the morning. So the right answer is, okay, I give you 2 seconds. The right answer is it should be on the 15th day of the month between 7:30 and 8 in the evening. That's the answer. Riding on the spit stroke is only allowed. Spit stroke is the rush hour lane. When is the riding on the rush hour lane allowed? Between 7 and 9 in the morning and between 4 and 6 in the evening. Option B is if there is a lot of traffic. Option C is if the green arrow above the lane is lit up. So the answer is if the green arrow above the lane is lit up, then you are allowed to use the spits lane or the rush hour lane. It's not that because there's a lot of rush you start using that lane, or between those hours you start using that lane. Okay, it's only when there is an arrow indicating that you can use the lane, you are allowed to use the lane. With an electric car, option A, you must be extra careful for the road users. Quets bar is people who are more with an electric vehicle. Option A is you must be extra careful for the vulnerable road users. Option B is you must regularly horn so that the others can hear you coming. Option C is you may make use of the bus lane. So the right answer is you must be extra careful for the vulnerable road users. Why? Because an electric auto, it doesn't make a sound like a diesel or a petrol car. It drives very silent. So children or people, old age people who have hearing problems, They will really not hear it, the car coming, so you should be very extra careful. You don't have to honk every time. You don't do that on the roads. And even using bus stroke, no, that's not something that you can do with electric car. Must you, or is it compulsory to stop at this red light to turn right? Option A is yes, option B is no. The right answer is no, because this red light, as you can see, this is, if you are turning right, this will be towards your left. So something that is towards your left, you don't have to consider that. If there was a red light here also, then you should have stopped. But because you just pay attention to the signals that is on your right. Okay. So the answer for this is no. You will see a drunk person who's just uh, walking like he's going to fall. What will you do? Option A is you slow down. Option B is you stop. Option C is you do nothing. The right answer is you slow down. You don't have to stop, and you have to slow down and be careful. So this car is coming out from mud road. Who has priority? The options are: option A is the car itself. Option B is you have always priority. Option C is you have priority if the other car stops. So the answer is you always have priority because the car is coming from mud road. So anything that is coming from mud road doesn't have priority. Okay. Okay. Next question. Which cars are now allowed to ride? Option A is the green car and the red car. Option B is the blue car. Option C is no one. The right answer is the green car and the red car. See, there is a policeman, and he has his arms here in the horizontal direction. So when you see the arms in horizontal direction, so any traffic from the front or from the back should not be riding. Any other traffic in the parallel arms, they are allowed to ride. So for the parallel arms, the yellow is parallel, red is parallel, so they are allowed to ride. Okay, so A is the correct answer. How deep must the threads of my tires, the main threads, Hoofdgroeven, the main threads of my tires should be? 0.6 millimeter, 1 millimeter, 1.6 millimeter. The answer is 1.6 millimeter. That's what the thread depth should be. After this traffic sign, on the left lane of the motorway, the maximum allowed speed is 70 kilometers per hour, 90 kilometers per hour, 120 kilometers per hour. The answer is 120 kilometers per hour, because whatever you see here, the speeds on the left lane, the middle lane and the right lane, they are applicable from 1.5 kilometers, not from here. Here, because it says it's a motorway, here the speed is still 120 kilometers per hour. Is the car here allowed to empty or to add. Is the car here allowed to load and unload? Option A is yes. Option B is yes, but with the 4 warning lights switched on. Option C is no. The right answer is no, because the board here indicates there is no parking or waiting starting from here. So he is not allowed to park or to wait. Okay, so he cannot do even loading and unloading. A level crossing without gates is indicated by, so we have 3 boards here. So which one of this indicates a level crossing without gates? The right answer is this board with a train with an engine without any gates. That's what indicates a level crossing without any gates. Okay. The other ones, this one indicates a level crossing with gates at 150 meters. This one is also at 150 meters. And this one indicates it's not for the train, but it is for the tram. $150 meters further. Option A, you must give priority to the traffic that is coming from the opposite direction. Option B, there is again traffic in both directions. Option C, you have priority at the narrow road or narrow pathway, passing road. So the right answer is option B, which indicates that indicated by this triangle here, which is there will be traffic again in both directions. You must give priority. No, it's nothing. You don't have to give priority to the opposite traffic. It's just that the traffic will be in both directions. And this board indicates that you have priority at the crossing. It has nothing to do with the narrow road. Okay. When should you follow this special traffic light which is meant for the tram? When are you allowed to follow this traffic light which is meant for the tram? Option A is also if the okay. Option A is if the traffic light is towards your right, if it's on your right hand side, if it is standing, then you have to follow it. If you are riding on a special area which is meant special special area, option C is never. I have my doubts on this, so I think if it is on your right hand side, you have to follow it. So we will check at the end if that's the right answer. You are being overtaken. Someone is overtaking you. What will you do? Option A, you must ride as right as possible. B, you must slow down. C, you may increase your speed. The correct answer is you must ride as right as possible. You must, if someone is overtaking you, give him place, be careful, give him space to overtake, so you ride as right as possible. You don't have to slow down, or you should not increase your speed, because then it becomes a competition. So you don't have to slow down, you just continue riding at the speed that you are riding. You want to exit the motorway. When will you put on your right indicators? Option A is when you are on the exit lane, right when you are on the exit lane. Option B is a few hundred meters before the exit lane. Option C is only after you are on the exit lane. So I'll repeat the options. Option A is exactly when you are on the exit lane. Option B is a few hundred meters before the exit lane. Or option C is after you have come on the exit lane. So the right answer is you have to put the indicators a few hundred meters before the exit lane, so that the traffic behind you knows that you will be exiting. Okay, not after you're on the exit lane. Okay. Before this board, option A is waiting and parking allowed. Option B is you're allowed to stop to let someone outside of your car. Option C is waiting and parking prohibited. The right answer is waiting and parking prohibited. Next question. Before we go to the next question, I hope you are still following, and then you are marking your answers. And then, yeah, don't get disappointed if you're getting a lot of incorrect answers, because yeah, even I might be wrong for some answers and you might be right. So just keep continuing, and we will see at the end for the results. You're riding on a motorway. What is here the maximum allowed speed? 70 kilometers per hour, 90 kilometers per hour, 120 kilometers per hour. The answer is 120 kilometers per hour because it's a motorway. And the board that you see here for 70, that's on this exit lane. It's really not for the motorway. And the question is for motorway. So our correct answer is 120 kilometers per hour. What is the meaning of the traffic sign, the top traffic sign? Option A is agriculture area. Option B is the cattle. The cattle can be on the road. Option C is priority giving for the cattle. The right answer is the cattle will be on the road, so you don't have to give priority. But you have to give priority to the other traffic that's indicated by this board. But this board does not indicate anything about priority. It just indicates that there will be cattle on the road, so you have to be careful. Are you allowed to ride here with your car? Are you allowed to ride into this street with your car? Option A is yes, option B is no. So the right answer is no. As you can see, there is a prohibition. This kind of signboard, the round board, indicates that's a prohibition, and there's a prohibition for the cars on this road. Okay. In what order should the should the vehicles here cross the cross point? In what order should the vehicles go at this cross point? Okay, so you can pause and then say, is it green, red, or white, or is it red, white, green, whatever? So the right answer is it has to be green first and then white. I just hope it works. Yeah, it has to be green it has to be green first, then white, and then red. Why? Because green and white, so red will be the last because it has shark teeth and it has to give priority. So red is last. Now between green and white, it has to be green first. Why? Because white is turning left. So anyone who's turning left, turning to his left, the white is turning to his left. So anyone who's turning to his left should give priority to the other cars. So doesn't matter green turns right or left, because green is traveling in the same direction. Even if it goes straight, it is still on the priority. It still gets priority. Then is white and then is red. What is aqua planning? Option A, the tires cannot push the waters away. The option A is the water gets jammed between the tires and the road. Option B is the wipers cannot push the rainwater away. Option C is the visibility becomes limited because of a lot of water on the road. The right answer is aqua planning has to do with tires. It's the tires which cannot actually push away the water. The water gets trapped between the tires and the road, and then the car might slip. So this is aqua planning. You are riding in the red car and you want to turn left. To whom should you give priority? Option A is to the white car. Option B is to the green car. Option C is to the white and the green car. The right answer is the red car has to give priority to the green and the white car. Why? Because the first thing is the green car gets priority because the red car and white car have shark teeth. So the green car goes first. And then because he is turning to his left, he has to give priority to the other car which is going probably straight. So he has not put on any indicators, which means he will go straight. So the white car goes next and the red car goes last. Okay, what distance should you keep between your car and the car in front of you if it rains? Option A is the same distance, the same follow distance that you keep when it's a dry weather. You keep a distance more than what you keep during a dry weather. That you should keep a distance smaller between your car and the car in front of you. You should keep the distance smaller when compared to what you keep during the dry weather. So the right answer is you should keep a distance more than what you keep during dry weather. It's 1.5 times more to be very precise. Okay, so because in a wet weather, there could be slippery. The stopping distance will be more than what will be during a dry weather. So you have to keep more distance between your car and the car in front of you. Which documents should you always have with you as a driver? Option A is your driver's license. Option B is your driver's license and identity card. Option C is your driver's license, identity card, and the document of the cars. Option D is your driver license, identity card, documents of the car, and an accident form. I think the option C is the right answer. I'm not very positive about the accidents formula. Is it optional or mandatory? So I think these are the three things that you always need in your car. Okay, next question. You want to turn right, but the pedestrians are already crossing the road. Option A is you horn. Option B is you give priority. You give them priority. Option C is you just write because you have priority. The right answer is you should give priority. You don't have to horn. And then you should not put the pedestrians in danger by riding in front of them. Okay. Up on the motorway, the minimum speed should be 70 kilometers per hour, 90 kilometers per hour, or 100 kilometers per hour. The right answer is on a motorway, there is a minimum speed which is 70 kilometers per hour. When you are reversing the car on a road, you are allowed to remove your seat belt. Option A is yes. Option B, only within a built-up area. Option C is no. I think one of the condition when you don't have to wear a seat belt is when you are reversing. So this one is right. Are you allowed to overtake a bicycle in a bicycle lane? Yes. Option A is yes. Option B is yes. If you are giving a lateral distance of 1 meter, option C is no. The answer is no. You are never allowed to overtake a bicycle in a bicycle street. Okay, it's an offense. All right, our last question. You are riding in the red car. Which answer is correct? Option A is you are allowed to turn left. Option B is you are only allowed to ride straight. Option C is you must stop. The right answer is you are allowed to turn left because as you see, he is putting horizontal arms and the blue car is facing him. So the blue car has to stop, but the red car, which is parallel to him, which is not facing him, can still ride and take left, right, or go straight. It's allowed for the red car. Okay, so here we are, our last question, and then it's the moment of truth. Let's see how we have scored. I hope you also have your scores. You have ticked your scores, and then we will see how we have scored. Okay, so we have done good, And now you can go back to this video and you can also check how much you have scored, because now we know the answers. And let's see how much we have scored. Very nice. We have 48 marks out of 50. So let's look at the incorrect options. Bucket the fountain. Okay, so we made two mistakes. This was, I was not very sure of this. The lane on the right to this solid white line is a breakdown lane. Okay, so it's an express road. A breakdown lane will also exist on the express road and on the motorway. En brede doorlopend geeft aan de denkbeeld rand van de is voorbehoud en yeah. So it says this part of the road next to the solid line can be used for waiting or parking except for on the motorway and the expressway. So on an expressway and motorway, it becomes a breakdown lane. Okay, in an expressway and motorway, it becomes a breakdown lane. The next question, where we made a mistake. Okay, so yeah, this also I had my doubts about. When should you follow this special traffic lights? Only when you are riding on this special lane. So okay, only when you are riding on this special lane, when there, for example, when there is a blocked road, there is a hindrance, and you want to avoid that, and then you are riding on this special lane. Only then you follow the lights for this special lane. So it also proves that you should also know the lights here of the special lane. So it's very easy. It's red, orange, and green. So horizontal, the top light is always red, so horizontal is red. Here it will be orange, and this one will be green. Okay, so thank you so much. So so you can add up your score now. You can share your score if you want in the comments. And if you have any questions, you can share that also in the comments. And please hit subscribe. And if you have liked the video, hit the like button. And let me know in the comments how you felt about this way of discussion. I thank you for your time, and I'll see you soon again. Have a nice weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.